Hello. Welcome to another Take 3 Schmoedown edition. I literally have just finished filming the Star Wars reaction. I thought about changing my shirt to make it appear as if I wasn't doing these back to back, but that requires a lot of effort. And everyone else in my house is asleep, so I'm not going to go to my room to change my shirt. Just finished that Star Wars reaction. What a great match. Still kind of like high on how good that last match was. So that's great moving into this match because I'm on like this great level. So whatever happens in this match, I'm already amped. I'm already ready. It's kind of like going to a live event from the comfort of my house where I can wear my basketball shorts and no one has to know until I tell them and I'm wearing basketball shorts and I don't play basketball. Very short. But yeah, it's kind of nice. It's like being super amped after one really great match in a live event and going straight into the next one. The energy is high. Maybe not my personal energy because it's late, but in general, I'm just really excited to watch this next match. It's new rookies coming into the singles division. I'm absolutely into all of these rookies coming in and like staking their claim. And I feel like just the pressure on these rookies this year is so high because they were selected by a manager to play. So like the pressure's already high. They're not just like, oh, I'm going to be in the Schmoedown, I'm going to play a match. If it doesn't go well, oh well. They have stakes. Like the manager selected them. They could have selected someone else in their place. Now you have that writing on you, plus the point system, plus the thought of what just happened with Shannon the other day. If I don't do well, my manager can literally trade me if they don't want me on their team anymore. So there's a lot of pressure on these new rookies. But so far, I feel like everyone who's come in so far, like Rick Hong and Sean Sullivan, among others, everyone's just really performed well this year. So I'm hoping that this is another match where we just get some great new rookies entering in and playing. But yeah, I don't know enough about Klee Wiggins to say whether or not I think she will do well in this match. I mean, I know that she's going to be entertaining. I know that she has knowledge. I just don't really know like how deep that knowledge goes or anything. So I'm really hesitant to like call a clear winner. However, I don't know the Barbarian at all either. But the things I do know about him are that he at some point was connected to Detroit or Michigan, and that he is a Michigan sports fan and a U of M fan in particular. Therefore, he's my choice to win. There's the worst decision for me to ever pick someone to win anything. If you know anything about Michigan sports, especially in like the last 10 years, picking anything in Michigan to win is not a good idea. But I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling about this one. So, please, the Barbarian, if you could break the streak of Michigan sports not doing well, I would appreciate it. Thank you. And we'll move on from that to watch this great match. And guys, I'm pretty excited about it. I hope you are as well. Let's get to it. Great. All that hair.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the movie Trivia Schmoedown alongside.
I'm led to believe that Mark did what I didn't do in changing the shirt to make it appear as if these were filmed on 2 different days. They probably weren't.
However, with this matchup, we don't know how to be prepared because we've never seen these competitors before.
Yeah.
Mark, it's always a
Seriously.
dream being here. You and I, we've always wanted to be minor league baseball announcers, but
That's our
also, good luck. I'm drinking out of my Michigan mug.
Happy to be here with you, but
For luck.
I don't know what to say about this match. We got
For
two
the Barbarian.
competitors
Luck,
coming in
obviously.
here. New season, new names. That's what season 7 is all about here. The new era of the movie Trivia Schmoedown. 7 years. Gosh, I was just 71 when this started, but we're so excited to have new competitors bringing in unknown
like
factors.
A vampire because I'm salivating at the thought of new blood. Now one competitor you and I both know well. It's our good friend Klee. Follow her on her social media at Klee the Pimp.
Yep.
It is Klee the Pimp. Wiggins is going to be taking on a Barbarian.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Barbarian.
Yeah, not one half of the legendary WWF Tag Team Powers of Pain. This is the Barbarian here, part of the Finstock Exchange. And that itself brings in an added factor. If you got Bobby Gucci in your side, that means one of two things. One, you probably got some stolen goods in your car you don't know about. And two,
that's accurate.
He brings that kind of chaotic edge to the match.
He brings that panache. But then on the other side of the ledger, you look at Klee the Pimp Wiggins. She is represented by the queen of corruption, Shannon Barney. She's in that faction. So this is as much corruption and then the Finstock Exchange feeling out their new team members.
In another life, I was part of corruption, and I do miss those days. I understand that change happens. I once had hair down on my neck. Now you could land a helicopter right on top of my head from space. But
oh, Ken, no.
Shannon came into corruption, and she could not be contained on the sidelines. She is passionate about the Schmoedown. She's knowledgeable about the Schmoedown. Anything that Mike Kalinowski got, Shannon probably helped him get, and now she's here to lead corruption. And I got to tell you, I'll put the past behind me as a broadcast journalist here and saying I'm excited to see what she can do with corruption.
What a professional you have become. Let's see how the newbies are on the mic with their pre-show interview. Let's see what they had to say.
I'm expecting really good things with these promos.
Hey, come on, I'll let you draft me. I'm going to draft next year.
Are you really?
You got to draft me.
Really? Needs an action hero. I'm gonna go with the Barbarian.
Tom is such a... I love Tom. What a good guy. What a character.
Well. Here we are.
Oh my God.
Season 7. Chock full of rookies and chock full of veterans. We here at the Finstock Exchange. A couple of newcomers. One being the man right next to me.
Just stroking the thing is so crazy.
He could be another strong player.
Now we're playing Wiggins. Her first name escapes me.
Klee.
Looks like Klee or?
I was told there'd be no spelling.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Listen, the queen is in again. And if there's one thing that you already know about corruption, is that we bounce back. We don't quit. We don't stop. We take our losses in stride and we move on. We got a lock on IG. We got a lock on teams. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Klee Wiggins to lock us down in singles.
I mean, I don't like to brag, but
please do.
I'm amazing.
She's in trouble, and she's managed by corruption. They had a terrible draft.
They were also told there'd be no spelling.
Yeah, that's true too.
I know you think I know, but you don't actually know.
And
I don't know.
For the Barbarian, I've got a savage on my team. Okay. Bottom line is she's going to make you look civilized after this.
What happens?
Damn.
They're really good until we come in and prove they're not. Hence the truth serum, the Finstock Exchange, aka the Truth Serum Deliverers.
I have not had enough sleep to deal with Finstockisms. Jeez. Oh my god!
And I'm getting the vibe of confidence from both the Barbarian
Delivers
and
of the truth serum.
Maybe haven't been in this.
Oh man!
But they know the game.
Tom.
They've studied. They've watched old matches, and they're ready to let their moment shine. Do you have any sense as to what they're good at?
Yeah, I did speak to them before, and yeah, they're both of them. I'll say this: both of them are pretty confident. They're new to this, but they've studied this. Kind of like me, my first trip to the Sizzler all-you-can-eat salad bar. I watched for about a month before I went in first.
That's smart.
And you kind of know your way around. But I asked Barbarian, I said, "What are your strengths?" He said, "My right bicep, my left bicep, also Oscar movies." So I'll probably have a push-up contest later. Klee Wiggins, she checks with quiet confidence that sci-fi,
Nice.
80s.
I dig it.
Two of my favorite decades.
I dig it.
Brings those strengths to the Schmoedown.
You mean if you're not a competitor screaming into the mic, are you even in the Schmoedown? We're about to find out. Ken, you ready to get going here?
I am ready, sir.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Guys, I'm excited.
And now I turn it over to the Golden Throat, the man who will tell you get a free egg at Sammy's around the corner from the ballpark. Ken Knapsack for the introduction.
Intro.
Hold that laugh in,
First.
Ken.
Representing Corruption. With a record of 0 wins and 0 defeats, making her debut in the movie Trivia Schmoedown Singles Division. Accompanied to the arena by her manager, the Queen of Corruption, Shannon Barney. This is Klee the Pimp Wiggins.
Shannon Barney.
Oh, don't drink in Schmoedown. Rookie mistake.
Look
The
at
crowd
this.
has a conundrum. I think they want to boo Shannon, but they want to cheer Klee, so it's a little bit of
She seems very pleasant.
Klee walking
That's
out
all.
there
That's
with
really
that-
all I know is that she seems very
with
pleasant.
that confidence.
I like that glass of champagne too. She's got a Star Wars shirt on. She is ready to go here, and I could probably start sipping on some of that sauce myself.
Absolutely. I've been doing that since 10 a.m. yesterday. And her opponent, also making his
So-
debut in the movie Trivia Schmoedown Singles Division. Representing the Finstock Exchange and being accompanied to the arena by his manager, Bobby Gucci. Here is the Barbarian!
And no surprise here. Maybe Dagnino dressed more like the Barbarian as he has no shirt.
Cody.
Beautiful hair. That's the kind of hair I
Cody.
have.
Oh my God.
I respect it right away.
The Barbarian.
The pan over to Cody is one of the funniest
From this
things.
angle, he looked like Sweetums from the Muppet movie, chasing them down the street. All
His
right.
name is Elvis, and I didn't kill him.
Oh, whoa, did
Okay.
not.
So Elvis still alive after all these years.
So, all right, both competitors out.
Oh my God. Guys.
All right, as the managers go to their respective
A Muppet
corners, it is
movie,
now up to me
reference
to read the
always
rules
puts me in the right
round
mood
one to
for the
two
Schmoedown.
competitors. Round number one, the field will hear 8 questions from 8 different categories of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Each question is worth but a point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number one. As soon as we ask a question, you have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you. Once we ask you by name or nickname to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote on the whiteboard to the camera. At the same time, you verbalize your answer into the microphone. Each competitor has 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question correct, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds, use a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be issued by your manager should you not like the way a question was ruled. All right, Barbarian, are you and I'm going to just say Elvis prepared for the match?
Elvis and I are
I
always
love
ready
it.
to rock.
Okay, very well spoken for a Barbarian. Oh. And Klee the Pimp Wiggins, you ready to go here?
Yes.
All right, then,
ready.
Ken, I think it's my turn to say it's time to Schmoedown. Time to movie trivia Schmoedown, and as we kick off with question number 1, that is going to be in the world of action-adventure movies. And your question is, what film in the Mission Impossible franchise was directed by Pixar filmmaker Brad Bird? We need the actual subtitle of the movie. Not the number of the movie. A lot of these Mission Impossible pictures.
Ghost Protocol?
4, 3, 2.
JTE.
Okay.
was it?
Nice.
The question
Hey,
We'll count that.
look at her.
What film in the Mission
I'm
Impossible
liking
franchise
the
was
rookie,
directed
like
by
knowing
Pixar
the
filmmaker
rules.
Brad
That's
Bird?
so impressive to me.
Could be, you don't be shy with those JT rules. Is
The
what I would say.
Barbarian is petting Elvis heavily.
Oh, that's.
And I find it
How does he even have time to write anything down with how much he's like
2
petting
and
this
1. Pens are down. Looking for
thing?
answers, starting with Barbarian.
Ghost Protocol.
That is correct. Klee.
Oh, well, I said Ghost Protocol.
All right, there it is.
Great. Please on
Well
board.
done,
Steven wrote
guys.
down Mission Impossible to remind us about the question. Thank you for that, Klee. As we move on to the world of new releases, Ken, what do we got?
That's right. Second question comes from the category of new releases. New releases. Will Smith plays an assassin and his clone in what 2019 thriller?
there anyone you'd rather hang out with more than Will Smith? Can you name 5 people you'd rather?
He'd be 3. DJ Jazzy Jeff probably 2.
Gemini Man.
Uncle Phil on there as well.
No Jeffrey the Butler Love.
Maybe
Interesting.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens are down. Look for answers starting with Klee.
Gemini Man.
Nice.
And the Barbarian.
And we got it.
Ang Lee's Gemini Man.
All right.
You don't have to say it right. If it's spelled right, I don't know.
Klee looking good. Barbarian looking good.
That's a hard word to say.
2-2 so
sometimes.
far. We move on to the category of dramas. And your question, who stars as Dick Cheney in the 2018 film Vice? Dick Cheney,
Christian
of course,
Bale.
Shot a man in the face.
It's always a good fact.
And
Went hunting
and that was
Shot a man in the face.
5, 4, 3,
I long for the innocent
2,
days of hunting accidents.
1. Enter down. Barbarian. Look for that.
The American Psycho Christian Bale.
This is true, Klee.
UK's Batman, Christian Bale.
Nice.
On it.
I will say, giving the added
I like this
information
rivalry
is
between the
so
Barbarian and
dangerous,
Klee with different
just in
monikers and
case
references for each correct answer.
there is a reference to something else later and you give that person the answer, because that has happened
All right. Category number
like
4.
once or
Question
twice
4
before.
is
It's so rare,
animated
but
films.
also
Films is animated and
don't
Mark
give your
Jacket.
opponent
Is the name?
any
What is the
room.
name of Gaston's short
It's
stature
just,
sidekick
that's
in
just a risk I wouldn't take. LeFou. It's LeFou,
How did I get this
which is the fool in French. In any case, yeah, don't give your opponent any potential edge,
Hashtag eating history.
especially in your geekdom,
5,
but in
4,
anything, honestly.
3, 2,
Shout out to Smokey.
and 1. Pens are down. Looking for answers starting with Klee.
I know I'm wrong, but I guessed.
That is
Oh, that would be really
correct.
cute, though. I want that
She said it
mashup.
because he played Olaf.
Yeah, that's what I was
His name
thinking.
is
Yeah.
LeFou.
Oh,
That is
Thank
correct.
you.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Something European.
So yeah, I mean, sure.
That is
European. That's all.
All right. 4-3, but Klee still very much in this game.
The Barbarian perfect through round number 1's halfway point as we move on to your next category, which is
Still pretty good
fantasy /
overall.
science fiction. And the question, who plays teenager Kim Boggs in the film Edward Scissorhands?
Wade Boggs,
No
3,000
relation to
hit is a
Wade
home run.
Why can't I remember her name?
He
Ate 26 pieces of chicken before every game.
rode off on
Why
a
can't I?
horse
Winona
in the
Ryder.
stadium.
5,
An
right?
actual live
4,
horse.
3,
Would a Barbarian ride on
2,
a horse?
and 1. Pens it
Am I-
down. Look for answers starting with the Barbarian.
The greatest person to ever watch a SAG Award speech, Winona Ryder.
Thank you. I was really worried for a
That is
second, actually.
correct. Klee Wiggins.
Why no forever? When I'm
I love
This
it.
young lady with the glasses.
I love it.
I love
I
that.
love it. I
Okay,
love
so
it. I
is now
love it.
5-4,
That's so
and
funny.
Ken, we didn't know a lot about these competitors going in. Now,
Solid
we're claiming we know a lot
performances.
about a variety of
They-
categories.
2, close game, 5-4, going into question 6 here. Comes in the category of comedies.
Ha ha ha.
I think they laugh harder when I do it.
Yeah, that's
laugh
what,
I think they laugh harder
that's
when
what
I
they
do
all
it.
say, Mark.
That's funny.
All right,
You learn something new every
question
day.
number 6 in the category of comedy. Which actress swaps bodies with Lindsay Lohan in 2003's Freaky Friday?
Oh shoot, what's her name?
Oddly worded question, isn't it?
You ever watch that Lindsay Lohan Beach Club and Mykonos show? I watched every episode twice.
No, but I did see from Kelly to
4,
Justin, the American Idol
3,
film.
2, not as good. 1.
Oh
Pens are
shoot.
down. We are looking for answers starting with Klee.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Jamie Lee Curtis.
She
That's
once
so.
yelled at me
I'm
in
so
an elevator
stupid.
at Comic-Con. That's true.
Nice.
Jamie
What
Lee
a call.
Curtis.
Very true. 6-5.
What a fun life
All
Ken
right,
has
well,
lived.
don't
But
everybody-
she was joking. Turns out we had a great exchange.
Everyone watching at home, I'm going to quickly ask the next question, then get 15 seconds more of this story. The penultimate question in round number 1 comes from the world of horror/thriller movies. And your
Yay.
query is, who stars as Nick Dunn in the David Fincher thriller Gone Girl? All right, so you and Jamie Lee Curtis,
She gets it.
what's
She
the
was,
hotel?
She was carrying the Andes. She was
Ben
carrying
Affleck.
her high heels. I said, beauty is pain. She says, that's what a stupid man would say. It was a great exchange. Then we laughed and had a good time.
Okay.
Oh,
Are you sure
all right.
you both
4,
laughed at it?
3,
Okay.
2, 1. Pens are down. Looking for answers starting with the Barbarian.
America's Batman, Ben Affleck.
That's right.
Klee Wiggins.
Boston's greatest bad boy, Ben Affleck.
That's right. I got a 7-6 game.
Is this funny so far?
I like
They're really
that.
funny.
The crowd showing their applause for both competitors here.
Good match. Good match. Barbarian potentially perfect. In
Could
round
have
one.
a perfect game.
8th and final question, potentially. Category is 90s movies. 90s movies. Who plays crop duster pilot Russell Case in Independence Day?
Do you think the term crop dusting in 2020 is known more for farming or for tooting?
According to my dad, it's all about the toots. Okay?
Oh gosh.
Dad, who is a fan of Jack in the Box.
And crop dusting. 5, 4,
One usually begets
3,
the other.
2, 1. Pens down, looking for answers. Starting with Klee.
Oh, my favorite conspiracy theorist, Randy Quaid.
Yeah.
That's
An
right.
American treasure. Did
Barbarian.
Elvis or the Barbarian have it?
For a
It
perfect
was
round.
also Elvis's favorite conspiracy theorist, Randy.
We got a
Quaid.
Wow.
No conspiracy here, Mark. We got a perfect round for the Barbarian.
So
I would have had
Wiggins
a
with a great
perfect
rookie
round
showing,
if it
7
wasn't
points
for
to
Randy
number 1,
Quaid.
and the Barbarian
And
a
also, I would
perfect
never
round.
have been
So
able
the
to write down
question
Jamie
will
Lee
be asked
Curtis
just
by the
the
time I
Barbarian. You need to
remembered her
write this
name.
one down. You can just answer
It was very
as you're
close though.
ready within 15
Not
seconds.
not
This
awful
bonus
for me.
question for a 2-point lead over Klee Wiggins going into round number 2.
But well done to everyone
Which
else.
actor
Seriously.
co-stars with Kate Beckinsale as the
Serendipity
lead
is
of
John Cusack?
2001's Serendipity.
Beckinsale actually getting
John
younger.
Cusack.
That is correct.
The
Elvis
character
Hammond
choice to
listening
listen to
Barbarians
Elvis
here,
is really
and we
funny.
go 9-7 with a perfect round for the Barbarian.
So
What do you
wow,
think's gonna
guys.
happen in round number 2, Ken?
This is
Absolutely
a
real round.
strong
We got
rookie
a,
class this year.
Schmoedown Patreon sponsorship coming in. This is where it gets really interesting here in round number 2.
These are always fun. So round number 2 is known as the wheel round, and on the wheel, so
So there's
graciously provided by Alex.
you can hear like some talking happening in the background, and I'm wondering if it's the managers coming in. I would assume.
Movie Trivia Schmoedown patrons. If someone spins the Tom Hanks slice, we will say the name of that mystery.
So that's
sponsor.
cool
So
that
as we
they're
look at the landscape of this match, Barbarian
giving them time to come in between the rounds.
lead. Sir, would you like to spin first or defer to Klee the Pimp Wiggins?
I will spin first.
Here comes the Barbarian with the spin.
Gonna put the pressure on.
Nice.
I asked the Finstock Exchange brokers how I should spin the wheel. They voted and said, like a discus at the Olympics.
Okay, I didn't.
I don't think you're allowed to pick up
Stock Exchange members brokers.
the wheel this way.
An action stronger than words. Let's get to it.
It's only what happens with your money when you invest the.
Oh, shh.
There you go. It doesn't have to be a hard spin. Just something
That's
to
a
get
good
us
spin.
going
That's a
here.
good spin.
What a dainty touch by the Barbarian.
Spin is in. Spin is in.
Ken, I spy some new wheel slices on there, including Eddie Murphy.
Nice.
Really?
Coen Brothers. Yes. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Want to keep it?
Brothers.
I have been asking for a Coen Brothers wedge forever.
Gonna need an answer.
He is going to.
Yes.
Returns to his chair. I'll remind each competitor that you're going to hear 4
I'm so
questions
excited.
from each category. Questions for
Not that I'll probably do well,
Ask us
but
multiple choice. At that point, the
it's
various
weird
questions
they haven't had a wedge
keep in mind,
before.
Stealing is available in round number 2. All right, Barbarian, you selected a Coen Brothers smattering of films, and I'm going to provide that for you right now. For 2 points, your first question, the wild, wacky, wonderful world of the Coens is... Who plays Maud Lebowski in The Big Lebowski?
Yeah, see, I don't remember.
5, 4.
Julianne Moore.
2 points.
2 points.
Yeah,
there. Let's
that would
see.
make sense.
All right, your next question. What Coen Brothers film focuses on the character Larry Gopnik, a college professor whose life unravels during the 1960s?
Best Picture nominee, A Serious Man.
He got 2 more points for that one.
I mean, I'm very
Round number 2 as well.
impressed with him, but the character
All right,
choice is
Barbarian
very
/ Elvis,
funny.
Your next question, your penultimate one in round number 2. In the film Raising Arizona, Nicolas Cage's character steals what brand of diaper from a liquor store?
Huggies. Probably not. It's probably like Loves or something.
Huggies.
Oh,
There seemed to be some disagreement with him and Elvis, but he did get Huggies.
well, I should have
correct.
stuck with my first answer. Sponsor, Huggies. Please Sponsor me.
All right, one more question.
Diapers are so
In
expensive.
the world of the Coen brothers, for a perfect round number 2, in the film No Country for Old Men, Josh Brolin's character finds a satchel which holds how much money?
Oh, wow.
Drug deal gone wrong.
That's a very specific amount here.
5, 4.
Multiple choice.
Good choice.
A,
Good choice. You've got a big
B,
lead.
$1 million, C, $2 million, or D, $5
I
million.
think it's 2.
C.
$2 million is correct, and that is another correct answer.
Nice.
For the Barbarian.
He has not
Only had
missed
to jump
anything.
multiple choice once. He got all 4 questions correct in some form.
He's
or
not
another,
missed
and that is a daunting task for
anything.
Klee Wiggins to now step up
Dang.
field and have a spin.
This is
Here
like
comes Klee, and this
Tom
is
levels
gonna have to
of
be nice sportsmanship there by
of
the
play
Barbarian.
right now.
The wheel does stay on.
Please wearing my old Han Solo leggings.
I do like this. It's a Star Wars kind of day here at the studio.
It is.
And as it spins around, it could be
Coen Brothers
Coen
again.
Brothers.
You gotta spin again.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
You should take it. It's a good one.
Tom Dagnino crosses.
Crossing.
All right,
Light
and round and
spin,
round it
light
goes.
spin.
It looks like it's Drew
Ooh,
Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore, huh?
She is gonna.
Does she want it?
You do have a mulligan if you'd like to spin again.
If she spun again.
Klee Wiggins born on the same date as Drew Barrymore.
She's gonna go again.
Ooh, will that go all the way around? Yeah, it will.
Spin.
We've got some. Oh, almost would have.
Ooh.
The Oscars.
All right.
And that was one of the Barbarian strengths. So
Ask Klee Wiggins.
if she misses, he's going to steal.
That's right. And
So that's
what
interesting.
the wheel round is. You go for what you think you might know, or take a risk for the second spin. See if it pays off. Klee, the pip. 4 questions in the category of Oscars. Klee, you do have multiple choice. 2 JTs remaining. First question. Nicolas Cage has won his only Oscar for which film?
Leaving Las Vegas.
Mm.
That's a 2-point answer there.
Good job.
Klee.
It's a darn
So
good
far,
Sheryl Crow tune
don't
as well.
miss anything.
Leaving
Because
Las Vegas.
apparently it's a
Second
strength.
question. Michael Keaton received his only Oscar nomination for what film?
Did he get nominated for Birdman?
2 more points.
Klee's on fire. We're going so fast, I forgot to remind folks that I'll be leading.
He also should have been nominated for The Founder.
Hey, that's
That was fantastic.
all right. Third question out of 4 here. Who won an Academy Award for playing Edwin Hoover in Little Miss Sunshine?
Alan Arkin.
2.
Wow,
points for
dang.
Klee.
Okay, well, I guess I didn't have to be worried about her missing anything, apparently.
All right. We're going to say your 4th and final question will be this. What was the first musical to win Best
Jazz singer? Also the first hockey.
A, An American in
Wait,
Paris.
The Jazz Singer
B,
is a
The
musical, isn't
Broadway
it?
Melody. C, Gigi. D, West Side Story.
Isn't the
West Side Story.
Jazz singer a
Correct.
musical?
Broadway Melody.
That's a steal for the Barbarian.
Wow. He
And
didn't
that
even
ends
need
that
the
round.
options again. That's
He
a
didn't need
huge
it.
steal. Klee
I
had a
have to
great
look
round
that
until
one up now.
last stumble, but
Yep.
she remains competitive with the Barbarian. It's only 4 points separating them going into round number 3. The Barbarian, I'm not sure you can throw a question at him that he doesn't know, and Klee hanging right there, almost.
I mean, he's probably right, but for some reason, I just feel like the Jazz singer
So it's the Barbarian to go into the decisive 3rd round.
Maybe
was
Klee should've brought her pet badges
1927.
to whisper answers into her ear.
I
It
don't
is a-
steal fur from my grandmother.
It is a chinchilla, and this was a gift.
We don't have a ruling on whether it's actually from one of his other family members. So we will move on to round number 3. In round number 3, each competitor is going to give us a series of 3 numbers. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Each number
I guess
will
it would
correspond
just
to
kind
a
of
different category
depend on
of
if
movie,
the
trivia,
jazz
slowdown,
singer
and
is
know-how.
a
Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next
musical?
question is 3 points. The last one, should we make it that far, is worth 5 big points. No stealing, no multiple choice in round number 3.
I'm going to be
So
stuck on
because
this for the rest of the
Barbarian
match.
have the lead, they're going to give us their
Elvis.
3 numbers first. What do I call him, Eddie? All right. Well, he's probably not real anyway. Your 3 numbers are? I'm sorry, Elvis is very real.
I'll go with 17 for my current score.
Hmm.
I will go with 1982 for the year Conan the Barbarian came out.
Good choice.
Okay, that's 19.
No, 1982.
Oh, I guess it didn't win.
They can't be dates that you're a fan of.
It didn't win the Oscar I thought it had. So, never mind. They're right. Crisis
2011,
averted.
Or just 11, I guess.
We
Crisis
just do
averted.
11.
For the year that Crap Fest, that
17
remake came out.
17,
Alright.
2, and 11.
17, 2, and 11.
Now I'm
Klee.
really embarrassed that I made such a big deal out of that.
3, 18, and 6.
3, 18, and 6 it is.
Okay.
All right, Klee, I'll be asking you your questions. Ken will be administering to the Barbarian and his pet. Klee, you selected number 3 for your round 3 2-point question. And what do you know? That corresponds to Oscar movies.
Hey, look at that.
And your question for 2 points. What Best Picture winning film was directed by Guillermo del Toro?
Five.
The Shape of Water.
JTE.
Right?
More time. What's the question? How does it go?
You just
Yeah.
use the JTE rule. I'll repeat the question, another 15 seconds. What Best Picture winning film was directed by Guillermo del Toro?
Yeah. The Shape of Water. Okay.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Looking for
She
the
forgot about The Shape of Water.
The Shape of
I don't
Water.
think so, but thank you.
You offer your dead rodent to Klee, but this is Klee's next question. We're going to stick with Klee here for 3 points, and this could pull her to within 1 of the Barbarians' score. Klee, you
She's got to
selected
get it.
number 18,
Mm-hmm.
and that corresponds to biopics.
Tough one.
And your question is, name 2, just 2, of the actors portraying the members of NWA in the film Straight Outta Compton.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. and
5, 4, 3.
I'm a bad black person. I didn't see that.
Oh, jeez.
And that's going to be it. Sorry, you did get
Dang.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. We also needed Corey Hawkins, Jason Mitchell, Aldous Dodge, or Neil Brown Jr. To round
I knew
out.
it was another junior in there.
Comes down to this here. Comes down to
There
this
was
here,
one
Mark.
more junior in there.
TKO.
So now, can we finally find ourselves at a potential TKO spot? Because Klee, if she gets this 5-point question right, she's actually going to have a lead on the Barbarian and force him to answer questions in round number 3. If she misses it, the win goes to the Barbarian and Edgar. So we go to number
Elvis.
6. Klee, you selected number 6 for your 5-point question.
Yes, I did.
Let's give you the lead if you get it right.
Okay.
And it's in the category of new releases.
Okay.
And your question, 5 points. Which actress plays Alita in the 2019 film Alita: Battle Angel?
So ask me who works a McDonald's drive-thru.
Jeez.
5, 4.
Is there multiple choice in this round?
There's
No,
multiple choice.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
That's
I
it.
wish.
And
don't
your
Wow.
winner by way of technical knockout.
No reaction from him. Dang. Okay. If Shannon drops her,
Rosa Salazar.
I'll be mad because she had a pretty good performance, actually. Do not drop her. She was very good.
And the crowd here is just
She just had a bad round 3. She just needs the help
It appeared to be
with the round 3.
answering most of the questions correct. The Barbarian comes out on top.
Perfect game.
Wiggins, a nice rookie showing for her, but the Barbarian clearly a force to be reckoned with going forward here in the movie Trivia Schmoedown. Ken, he didn't miss a question.
He did not miss the question. He didn't get his last 3. Didn't need them, but he did not miss the question. Did take some multiple choice in round 2, but that's always a smart play sometimes. So perfect so far. That's pretty good way to start.
And he knows
Nice.
how to play the game. He got a nice steal there. And like you said, for Klee Wiggins, great round number 1, great round number 2, and then just got the wrong questions at the wrong time for round number 3, resulting in a TKO for the Barbarian. Your thoughts on the Barbarian moving forward? I think he might be somebody to be feared in the league.
He might be feared, maybe because of rabies, maybe
I was
because
say
of his
outside
knowledge.
of the desk.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, with Finstock, Bobby Gucci, Tom in his corner, whatever it may be that day, that hour, I think he could be a real formidable contender here in future of the Schmoedown.
And now we're going to have an interview with both the winner and the loser of today's match with the great Jen Sturger. Jen, it's all yours.
Thanks so much, guys. I'm backstage with Finstock and, of course, the Barbarian. Finstock, you got to be feeling pretty good about this new recruit. I know Christian was really, really hot on this guy going into the draft, and I guess he must have seen something in him that was like, this might be my new guy.
First of all, I see everything. Second of all, it goes to show that great nicknames don't win ball games. Klee the Pimp played really well. But this guy over here is the best, okay? He's the best rookie to come out of the stable. When he fell into my lap in the 7th round, I was like, what dummies other managers are. I know what you're probably thinking. Where did I get this Atlanta hat?
Not at all what I said.
I got it from the Paul Wallace Hauser.
That was an unfortunate slip-up.
Yeah, bad one. That being said, look, you saw what he did here today. We knew what this guy was. And to answer your question, yes, everybody was high on him. I couldn't believe he fell that far. And that dope Robert Meyer Burnett drafted the Warfather. I mistakenly thought it was him, which would have been a real issue. And I would have traded for him and got him before, he obviously played a game. But look.
I mean, Warfather is a great pick because he's hilarious.
We've got the top 4 guys in the league as it is. This guy might be number 5. We'll see.
To be able to come out of the block, though, and to have your first game with 0 misses, I mean, that's got to give you some confidence moving forward.
You know, all the confidence I need in this world, I get from 2 people. Elvis and this man right here, Tom Dagnino.
I don't know which part of that equation is stranger at this point.
Yeah, zip your hoodie down farther. We need to see more of your chest hair, Tom.
Most of them blew me off. Didn't take a second to talk to me. But this man right here, Tom Dagnino, he saw what I had. He told me, I'm going to draft you. And he did. And now, the Finstock Exchange, the rich got richer. Greed is great.
So do you bathe that or,
Good question.
How dare you ask that?
Oh.
It's just curious.
Apparently that's very controversial.
Anyways, congratulations, guys, on your first victory in the league. Definitely not the last. And I cannot wait to see this new crop of competitors that we have coming up in this league, because I think there's going to be a lot of surprises for all of us. Anyways, back to the desk.
All right, Jen, thanks for asking that question about bathing Elvis. I have the same query myself. Ken, maybe we'll figure it out in a future match down the road, but it looks like the Finstock Exchange is just getting started for this young season.
Great start to 2020. Tom does his due diligence and research, or he just has people giving him information for money. I don't know. Either way, it works.
More the latter.
Yeah, more the latter. But Barbarian, again, perfect. Didn't miss. You can't say enough about that. He might have a collection of dead ferrets in his Camry, but who doesn't?
Who does? Who doesn't?
Star. It was on the losing end of the ledger here today, representing corruption alongside the Queen of Corruption, Shannon Barney, Klee Wiggins, joined now by our own Jen Sturger. Jen, what's the mood over there?
You know what? The mood when Shannon Barney is around is always still elevated. It all is still very encouraging, despite having lost. Because Klee, that was a pretty great performance considering that was your first time out of the gate. And I was just wondering, did the lights get to you? Was it just kind of learning the whole ropes of the game?
No, that's not any of it.
Was it the bubbly in your hand?
No, I drink all day, all the time. It was literally like the stuff I didn't know, I just didn't know.
That's
like,
I mean,
I feel like the Barbarian didn't win. I lost because the stuff I didn't know, I just didn't.
Oh no, he had a perfect game.
Like the water, like the Guillermo del Toro question. I knew it was some water, something about water, a fish to do. But sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
We'll bleep it in post.
Has relations with a human.
It was consensual.
Yes, consensual relations, but I couldn't remember, and I couldn't just say like something about water. So I said the other movie that I thought he might have won for, which was Pan's Labyrinth. Well, you win some, you lose some, but it is not the lights. I'm a G.
I'm a G. Now I saw you spun away from Drew Barrymore. Do you regret that at all?
No, I think I would have done.
No, she did pretty well with Oscar movies. Honestly,
I'm pretty sure.
Did today show you any kind of like gamesmanship things that you could improve on, as far as like learning the rules of the game?
She did well with the rules.
On this, do I not? Does that kind of stuff play into that? Like, is that something that you guys are going to?
She knew to ask for repeats.
We're
That's all I'll
absolutely gonna
say.
work on it. We have tons of stuff to work on. There's always room for improvement. We went over everything, but yeah, it's your first game right out the bat. And by the way, she stepped up to the plate because the people that were supposed to play didn't show up to do their job. But Klee, the pimp Wiggins, showed up to do the job.
Wow, that's super impressive when you know that kind of stuff. Way to throw everyone under the bus too while you're at it, Shannon.
Who was supposed to
Anyways,
be
Klee,
there?
This is nothing to hang your head about. Today was an absolutely great performance, and I am really excited for you,
Like,
Shannon,
who was supposed
because
to be playing?
despite having kind of a disadvantage in the draft, you seem to have found some real diamond in the rough.
That's my specialty. How do you think I got this crown? It's not an accident, people.
You heard it here first, guys. Back to the desk.
Ken, can we fact check? Is that crown actually made out of diamonds?
It absolutely is. Shannon spares no expense. Look, corruption's off to a little bit of a rocky start in 2020. Whatever. I'm not over there. I don't know what's going on in those clubhouse meetings.
You used to be.
But used to be. But I'll tell you what, I am a fan of Klee Wiggins. Outside the Schmoedown, I think she's great, and I think she'll find her footing here. Tossed in here into the fire, and she did not come out burnt as far as I'm concerned. She came out experienced, and that's going to help.
Yeah, as an impartial party here, I would look at corruption. I would say, yeah, you had a few missteps early in the season so far, but don't stop what you're doing. Don't stop drinking the champagne. Continue on this road, because I think eventually corruption will find themselves.
Drinking Schmoedown.
How to answer questions when the white hot spotlight is on. They need it the most. They're going to be just fine. And the Finstock Exchange, like we said, maybe shifting into fifth gear here with the addition of the Barbarian. Quite a new party to this movie trivia Schmoedown new era.
That's right. Tom's Bobby Gucci, whatever, interesting character. He knows what he's doing, and he's off to a great start.
And we thank everybody for watching not only this episode, but being such great supporters of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Whether you tell your aunt, your uncle, your dead ferret about the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, or you join our Patreon. Check it out today and select which tier is right for you. That is Ken, Why We Love Star Wars Knapsack. He's an author in addition to being America's foremost foot model. I am merely Mark Baby Caratellis, and we'll see you real soon at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Oh my gosh. Apparently he's a former foot model. That's fine. Everyone's got a thing. Guys, oh my God. I wasn't sure how a season was going to match a rookie class like last year's, because last year's rookie class was probably the best rookie class the Schmoedown has ever seen. We've only had a handful of rookies play this year so far, and already we are in the running for at least as good as last year, if not better. This is so impressive. Klee, even though she lost, she played very well in round one. And she hit round two, and it was a strength of the Barbarians. So if she had missed anything, he definitely would have taken advantage of it, which he did. So for someone to spin something that's not their strength and still get a good amount of points from that round, I think she is potentially a star of this season as a rookie. She just needs to kind of tighten up the gameplay a little bit. And honestly, there's nothing you can do about a round three question that you just don't know the answer to. Like, there's only so much things you can do, guessing context clues and all that kind of stuff, before you just can't answer the question. So I think she did what she could do, and it just came down to her not getting the right categories for that round three. The Barbarian, thank you so much. Michigan finally has hope of having a champion. Congratulations, Michigan. Dude did so well. And I'll say this in all respect to a lot of the other players. It is so much harder to play the Schmoedown at the level that he played it, with also having a really in-depth character to play as well. So I don't know how close. I'm assuming he doesn't carry around like a raccoon thing and talk to it in his daily. Could be wrong. But he is playing a character, and to consistently play that character and also be able to answer every question, because he was perfect in the game, is so impressive. It's what Tom did last season. And it was one of the reasons I was so impressed with Tom, was not just because he had that level of trivia knowledge, it was the consistency with the character. And you see that tripping up a lot of people who are very, very good at the game. So being able to do both things at the same time is so impressive. And I am really interested to see what happens next for both competitors, but specifically for the Barbarian, just because the level of gameplay he had was so impressive. I think for me, a dream matchup would be him versus Tom, because the levels of weird that could happen in that match would be just really funny, with two like really kind of weird over the top characters who basically are seen as like perfect. If you ignore what happened in the last team match for Tom and Paul, he basically was perfect all last season, hasn't stepped into singles yet, but I think, if he won his first match of singles, I would love to see Tom and the Barbarian have a match. Seriously. It's just the like perfect kind of weird that I need in my life. Other than that, I mean, we haven't really seen enough rookies kind of play through to know like who would make a great second match. But yeah, I'm into it. I love it. I think it's great. I love the new people coming into the Schmoedown. I think Klee has a lot to offer. She was funny at the she was funny while she was playing, even when she was getting stuff wrong. She was funny. She had one-liners and she was sharp. So I'm excited. I love it. Congratulations to the FinStack Exchange for continuing to kind of dominate this sport. We'll see what happens tomorrow with the domination, but yeah, dang, he's good. We should all listen to all the hype. This is like one of those times that all the hype was absolutely true. So I'm happy. Guys, make sure you're liking and commenting on the original Schmoedown video. Let them know if you liked the character and everything that the Barbarian had. If you really enjoyed Elvis, I think Elvis was the MVP of the match for sure. And yeah, you can catch me, Smith_K10, the number, not the word, on Twitter, Instagram, and Stardust. Even though I don't post anything on Stardust, you can also find me right here on Take 3, hosting the Take 3 Reactor Summit, where we go through everything in the Schmoedown and matches, news, conspiracy theories, everything and nothing. It's fantastic. Also, reactions, and whenever I decide to edit my show with Matt. And that's all we got. Thanks, guys, for watching. Hope you have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys all later.